Hey, welcome back. Obviously, perfect timing on. Look how small you look.
Hello, world.
Hey, can we turn this one on here for? Look how small. You can't do that. We can't have you sitting in that chair. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You look terrible right now because Jim had his own chair. There we go. Oh, is that your ball?
Yeah, I took that ball.
Who's it? A lion ball.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, Pacman Jones here at practice.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
1 second, man. I met my dog. I got to take a picture.
Fuck Naeem Hines.
I forgot we was live. My bad.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry for messing up the show, y'all.
You had great practice. You made the show better. You made the show better.
Yeah, better score 12 touchdowns this year.
Always gonna tell back. Left to you.
What are you doing? Talking about punch roll right there? Ladies and gentlemen, all pro, absolute stallion, Pacman Jones.
Yeah,
What are you talking? Are you talking about return game a little bit?
Yeah, you know, he was lining up. He was lining up head up when the guy's kicking the ball with. Well, shouldn't line up head up if you know you got a right-footed kicker.
Yeah, because
The ball's always going to go left. Like a left-footed kicker, the ball is going to go right. So I was just telling him, just be patient. The damn ball is going to come back.
It's coming to you.
Yeah.
Now, you were a great returner. Why is that, you think? Just because
Fearless.
you're so athletic?
Live life without a seatbelt, and I enjoyed it. You know, some people take the special team game as a
playoff?
Yeah. You know, I learned early in my career that if I really wanted to be the best, that I should take the punt return game strong from Coach Fisher. You know, I would stay my rookie year. I'll never forget this. My first game fucking playing in San Francisco, the wind was swirling. Anybody that play in San Francisco knows that how
that
the
old
wind
place,
is.
yeah.
I dropped the ball, I think, my first 4 punts, and I got back to the stadium probably about 4:30 in the morning, went back and caught punts like literally for 2 hours. But Coach Fisher told me as a younger age, he said, man, this can be your crutch down the line when your legs give out and you can't cover no more. You can go back and catch punts. So I've always taken it serious, you know.
Now, don't you think, Pac, and I've got a chance to punt to you, I have a tackle against you.
You always hang the ball.
Yeah, I have a tackle against you as well. Yeah. I mean, good clear wrap. I tried to punch that ball out. Could you imagine if I punched that ball out on you? Forever, dude.
It wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, my hand was.
I wouldn't have never been able to live that moment
Ever.
down.
Think about right now, Adrian, all-pro legend. Adam Pacman Jones, now that play where I punched the ball out of your hand.
It would have just been personal between you and you, really.
Every day would have happened. But honestly, watching you play has always been fantastic. And I knew about you, obviously, because of the stories that were told about West Virginia. Even young in your career, whenever you weren't making, you're living life without a seatbelt in. I think a lot of that, obviously, I don't know if you didn't know any better or just kind of like taking your lumps as you go. You always worked your ass off in football.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's why you were able to play for so long? Was it the passion of the game that you always, because you're able to do all the stuff that everybody heard about, and then you'd show up offense, special teams, and defense every single week, lock people down. So why do you think it is? Why do you think you're able to do both?
To answer the two-part question, I had to learn it on my own, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my story. Everybody, some people have, you know, role models or people that teach them certain things. I was hot, you know, I had been basically raising myself since 12 years old. So those situations, you know, they come.
Really nice neighborhood, too.
Yeah, really nice neighborhood. Gorgeous. You know, on the golf course.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, so a lot of the things that I went through, I brought it on myself. But I had to learn, you know, like the NFL is a business. It wasn't nobody that could tell me nothing at that time. But I will say this: I've always been the first person at the stadium. And depending on what day it is, the last one to leave. I've been in 4 organizations. No one never complained about my work ethic, the way I was a teammate, how I treat people inside of the stadium.
That means so much more than everything else.
Yeah, that's why
especially
I got
when you go
chance
top
after
10.
chance.
Exactly. Top 10 pick could have been a fucking asshole to everybody.
OCBA.
Yeah. Rich.
OCBA.
I made good money. I ain't gonna lie. I had a good little run.
But that type of stuff being said about you by your teammates and your peers is really all that matters at the end of the day. And I think that's why you're having so much success with I Am Athlete. Because everybody that's been a fan of yours or played with you is like, yes, finally the world is going to see more of Pacman. Have you been enjoying that? You've been crushing it. You guys have been killing it.
You know, we always talk about the new media space. No one really never had a chance to really dial into the dialect of me because
no executive is picking Pacman Jones to sit on their show.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, ESPN and all of these guys, they paint a picture, and I never once had a chance to respond or say anything on my behalf, because when you're playing, you're told, hey, don't say nothing. Let this play out. For instance, I'll use this for instance. When I went to see the commissioner, I told you this story. I'm in the room, bored as hell. You know what I mean? I'm hungry. I Google who got the best wings. So happened to be a strip club right there.
Always.
You know what I mean? I'm from it.
Great wings, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to bring people into my side of how I was thinking at the time. I'm from Atlanta. We eat at the strip club.
Yeah.
Like some of the best food is at Magic City and Cheetah's.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a known fact.
Yeah.
So I Google it, boom, I find the wings. I go over, eat the wings, stay there for about 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Because I know I had the meeting in the morning. Nothing, no drinks, no nothing. Get the wings, boom. Get back, meet the commissioner the next morning. It was like, hey, so where did you go last night? I looked around, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this motherfucker has somebody follow me. Should I tell them the truth? Or should I lie?
Told the truth.
I was like, shit, I went to the strip club last night. Got me some wings. He was like, you were here for the strip club. Adam, what are you thinking about? But, you know, at that time, I wasn't being rebellious. I didn't think about it the way I think about life now. You know, you live and you go through things, but now that I think about it, it's probably the dumbest shit that
I mean, there's so many lyrics to so many songs that say, like, you can't think like me because your life isn't like mine, basically. And I think that is what I've learned through my experience with the NFL. Even at West Virginia, I mean, there's a lot of dogs at West Virginia. I mean, that is just, we had a good time. Learning people's backgrounds, I think, is such a beautiful thing. The NFL and the football locker room, and I know the boys have questions for you too. Do you not think that it's like the greatest place on earth? And if more places were like an NFL locker room, honestly, the world would be such a better place, Pac?
I really think that's the biggest problem now. You know, you got guys that's going through a lot of different things. I'm talking about, you know, CTE, you know, mental health. When we're in that locker room, you got outlets. You got guys like me that's gonna talk shit, but I'm gonna help you. We might be joking around. Then you got a guy like you. I might be down as hell and see you and be like,
here we go.
Pat just made me start laughing.
Hey,
I'm back.
Here we go. You got some energy coming,
So
yeah.
it's different when you have those outlets, and I think the biggest problem for athletes, we don't have those resources as far as the locker room feel to tell the boys, hey, look, man, yeah, my wife fucked the tripping last night, but it's gonna be okay. You know, but we talk about those type of things in the locker room.
Really.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
It
better be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I
Do you
mean?
think that's why the training camp trip here has been nice for you, getting back into the game, covering the game a little bit? Do you think that has been anything for you or no?
I like it. I like talking sports. I like being real. You know, I'm not one of those cookie cut guys. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. If I'm wrong or right, I apologize if I'm wrong. But I enjoy getting back and watching the guys and being around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And seeing the little dumb things when certain guys do stuff. Like we in goal line, you know that the tight end is telling you everything. Watch the fucking tight end, you know. Don't look in the back.
I mean, literally, as you showed up here, you were talking to Naeem Hines, like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like, cause I'm into that. I didn't play 14 years because I was a dummy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I played 14 years because I was pretty smart at what I was doing. Made Pro Bowl and All Pro at 35. So obviously I got some kind of.
I'm 35 right now. I'm 35 right now.
Sense as far as how this game is supposed to be played.
I'm assuming every single training camp that you come to, they're very pumped that you're here. We're talking to Pacman Jones. D-Buck, go ahead, pal.
Hey, I know you're talking about you smart, obviously, but you need people to help you along the way and kind of show you how to play the game, how to learn the game. Who are those guys for you along, in your career early on or maybe later on?
I wouldn't say early on. Early on, I would just use my athletic ability, but I would still stay at the stadium. You know what I mean? Watch film, but I really didn't know how to watch film. I would say T-New and Leon Hall is probably the one that changed my game totally fluent. But I give T-New a lot of credit because he really taught me how to break down little things as far as final formation. Stop studying the quarterback, study the offensive coordinator. So things like that, it goes a long way when you playing the same offensive coordinator.
Yeah. And they move around just like us.
Yeah, 2 weeks out of the 2 weeks out of the season.
Yep.
So you kind of get a feel for how he calls the game instead of, hey, look, what is this guy? What's the receiver over here doing? You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, Coordinators have they plays that they go back to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and their assholes get tight too in big
Yeah.
moments. Pac, I can't thank you enough. Great to see you. Can't wait to see what you come up with I Am Athlete next. You still iced out though, huh? Little country boy still
man, you
swagged
know,
out a little
A
bit.
little swag. You smell me?
Hey, I appreciate you
Appreciate
so
you
much.
for having me.
You're the best, dude.
Hey,
I hope you
love
crush
you, man.
everything. You too. All right. Hey, your glasses, Pac. Your glasses, Pac. Still got those hands.